Today, I'm starting a series on content marketing in today's world of AI. If you're over 50 or you're somebody that is just overwhelmed in today's world of AI, and you have been wondering, what exactly is content marketing? How do I do content marketing with AI? How can I use content to sell my digital products? What kind of tips do I need that can help me to be able to sell my digital product with content marketing the easy and the fast way? If those questions are questions you've been asking yourself, this video series is for you. And this is the very first of those videos. So, without wasting time, let's get started. Hi, before I go on, my name is Enorita James, and for over 10 years, I have been running close to 5 blogs and 4 other blogs for people, and I have 3 YouTube channels of mine that I'm also running. So, in this YouTube channel, I'm putting together 10 years of experience, 10 years of having made mistakes, and ability to guide you along the right path you should follow when it comes to digital businesses. So I'm doing a series, as I said, on blogging, and today we are going to be starting from the basics to understand what exactly is content marketing and how can you use it when it comes to excelling in your digital business. So let's start. What is content marketing? Take content marketing as a means of sharing a relevant information about something that you want to sell that will solve a problem for somebody. It could be a blog post, it could be emails, it could be videos. So when you talk about content marketing, initially one would think it's just writing something about a particular product. It could be a physical product, it could be a digital product. But content marketing encompasses not just writing about something, but also doing videos about something that will be able to solve a problem for somebody and that will be able to help people to trust you. Because when you're writing about something that you know about, something that you have experience about. And that is what makes people begin to trust you enough that, okay, you have experience in this particular thing. That means you'll be able to solve the questions and the problems I have about that particular thing. So content helps you to guide your audience to be able to use your services or to be able to buy a product that you know at the end of the day will solve a particular problem for them. In today's world, people don't just buy things. People research before they buy, you know? So that is where your content comes in. Your content helps them to understand the problem you're solving for them, helps them to actually solve that problem for them. That is what your content does. And your content builds trust in people, as I said initially. Unlike arts, arts, there's no relationship between the arts and the people that want to buy it. But when you begin to do content, you begin to have a relationship with your audience. You begin to build a lot of trust. And at the end of the day, they themselves will be asking you for what you want to sell to them, you know. And the amazing thing about content is that you just place one piece of content and then that content keeps working for you long after you have worked to create it. I repeat, you create a content once and then the content keeps working for you long, way long after you have, created it. And content, you can sell a lot of things with content. You can sell your digital products like your courses, your ebooks, cakes, fashion products. It works for all. So that is the amazing thing about content. And In this series, I'm going to be showing you how to really write content that converts. What do I mean by content that converts? That is how to write about things that at the end of the day, whoever has read it will be ready, will have an understanding that, okay, whatever this person is going to offer me at the end of the day is coming from somebody that has the experience. It's coming from somebody that has been able to solve my little problems. That means whatever is going to offer me later can solve my bigger problems in this matter. So that is it. So at the end of the day, people will not feel as if you're forcing them to buy anything. But then you don't just get up and write content. I did that for many years. I wasted a lot of time. I wasted a lot of effort just writing content randomly. Especially if you are like me and you tend to be blessed with a lot of talents. So sometimes you might want to do one thing today, do another thing tomorrow, do this next tomorrow, and you get exhausted, you know. So that is what happens to me. So drop your comments below. Are you like that? If you're like me, then this content is for you because you need to learn how to streamline what you know how to do so that you can focus on a particular audience. And that brings me to, before you write your first content, what should you do? Number one, pick a niche for a particular audience. I know a lot of this niche thing has been over, how will I put it? People talk about it a lot. But it's really very, very true. With my years of experience of running 5 blogs and also running some few blogs for people, and at the same time running YouTube channels, I've noticed that you need to focus on something so that you gain authority in that thing, because that is what the YouTube algorithm says. That is what people see. People want to know that, okay, this person is an expert in cake making. I will go to her. But let's say today you talk about cake making, tomorrow you talk about making different kinds of soups. Next tomorrow you're talking about sewing clothes. The next day you're talking about cleaning. Now, if somebody wants to know, okay, how do I clean my wardrobe and arrange it very well, they will not come to you, because if they come to you, they are saying different things. So that is the importance of picking one thing and sticking to it, you know, so that you decide, these are the kind of audience that I want. So this is their pain point. Because if you do not know your audience, you will not know their pain points, you will not know how to write content to be able to save them and deliver them from their pain points. So that is it. So those are the first 2 things. Pick a niche, you know, find the pain points of it, that particular thing. Find what are they struggling with, what are they afraid of. For instance, I have one of my blogs, I talk about how to draft patterns to sew. So most of my content centers around the pain points of people that want to learn CAD pattern drafting. So it depends on what you want your content to be about. It has to be about something that you know, at least you have an idea about. And then you now know, how do I present this thing so that it can solve somebody's problem based on what I know. So that is it. You don't just jump and write content. You need to do that first. And I'm going to show you in this series, step by step, how you can do that. Then you need to choose your platform. Are you going to be using blogs? In which case you need to have a website. Are you going to go for YouTube? I do YouTube and blogging, which I will show you subsequently. Are you going to stick to Instagram and TikTok? I have reservations when it comes to Instagram and TikTok, especially if you're looking to do this thing long term. If you're using to treat it as a real business, I will not advise Instagram and TikTok, because the audiences there, they are not your own. You have no way of keeping them as your own. If today the Instagram closes down, or today they change policies there. You don't have any audience. But with blogging and with YouTube, you have your audiences because you're going to put your lead magnet. If you don't know what lead magnet is, subsequently I'm going to explain it. You can do that in your content in your blog, and you can also do it with your YouTube. So you need to choose a platform, and then you need to do what I call set content pillars. Content pillars are 3 to 5 core topics that keeps your content focused. That means if you want to talk about something, you need to have 3 to 5 topics around that thing so that when somebody reads this particular content, the person is compelled to read the next one and then is compelled to read the next one. So that is how that works. You know? And then you need to plan to know what does your readers need. For instance, I still use myself as an example. When I'm talking about CAD pattern drafting, I explained first what CAD pattern drafting is. And I said, okay, now that you know what it is, these are the kind of softwares you can use. And if you're looking for a free software, these are a list to the free softwares that you use. And then if you choose one of the softwares, this is the way to download that software. Have you seen now I've gotten 5 topics based on introducing CAD pattern drafting to a beginner. So that's what you should do. So no matter what your niche is, you need to plan it like a sort of funnel that makes people want to read more. So that is it before you even start writing your content. And then you need to set a simple schedule for your content. You don't just get up and just write a content today, Monday, and then in the next 2 weeks, your blog is empty, you're not writing anything. Google doesn't reward such sites. You need to be consistent. And it's not just Google, even in YouTube, you need to be consistent. That means you have to have a list of content, at least 30, and then you write a few, maybe about 6, 7 or 8 before you even post the first one. So you need to set a simple schedule that you can go with. If you say, okay, I don't have time, I am working 9 to 5, I can do one blog in a week. Stick to that one blog in a week. So because what I've noticed with digital businesses, with Google, with YouTube, they reward consistency. And that is what I didn't know for over 5 years. Because sometimes, because I work 9 to 5, I will do a video today, I'll do another one maybe in a week, 2 weeks, I will not do it. The next week, I'll do about three. It doesn't work like that. You need to be consistent. I will do a video on how to plan your time when you want to do your digital business. How do you plan your time, especially if you're still working 9 to 5? So stick to this uh, channel, and then one of these days I'll do that video. So let's now look at where can you host this your content. Now you know what it means to write content. You understand what you can use your content to do. You understand the kind of content you can write that will help your audience to solve a problem. You understand how to write content based on questions that people in your niche are going to be asking. Okay, the next thing is, where do you host this content? Where are you going to keep this content that you want to use to sell your digital products? Where will you keep it so that people can come and read it? The contents will not hang in the air. They have to be placed somewhere. It's just like if you want to open a brick and mortar, business. Let's say you want to open a shop that you want to be selling cakes, or you want to be selling clothes, things like that. First, you will need a name, and then you need a place where you put a signboard of that your name, where people can come and then buy those your cakes, or buy those your clothes or fashion items or whatever. So I'm now going to be talking about hosting. How do you host your content? Where do you host it? Which one is better? Do you go for free ones or do you go for paid ones? What are the advantages and disadvantages of free ones? And what are the advantages of the paid ones, especially in today's world. Remember, my channel is to make things is simply simple for you, to guide you along the right path that at the end of the day will monetize that your talent, will monetize that thing that you know how to do that can help somebody somewhere. So let's get to the next phase and let's see what are the free options you have there. Should you go for the free options? And by the way, if you're enjoying this content, remember to subscribe to this channel, because in this channel, I really simplify things, especially AI, how you can use AI to sell your digital products, and even how you can use AI to make digital products fast. Subscribe, ring the notification button, share the video to people that you think this will be of use to them. Let's continue. Now let's start with the free platforms. You have the WordPress.com. This has templates and is actually easy to upgrade to their paid form. You have the Blogger blog. This is what I started with. I used Blogger blog for many years, but then I didn't know much. I just wanted to write about what I know. But looking back now, I will not advise anybody to start with free ones. Because today, in the era of AI, you need to be able to work smart. You need to be able to know how to use your passion and work smart. And at the end of the day, you know how to actually monetize your work. And for me, Blogger blog has a lot of disadvantages, you know, because you cannot actually brand it. You see something like maybe your what you want to write about at .blogger.blog.com. It doesn't look serious, it's not professional. And apart from that, you want to write content that Google can bring to the people that are looking for what you know how to do. And the only way Google can do that is when you make your content Google ready, when you make your content to be what I call SEO optimized. SEO stands for search engine optimization. Now, you need to make your blog to be optimized enough for the search engine, which is Google, to bring it to people when people put a query in Google. And how do you know your SEO optimized? You cannot know that if you're using Blogger blog. But if you use a paid hosting platform, you have what we call plugins. Don't let that confuse you. I'll subsequently in subsequent videos, when we actually start writing our content, you're going to begin to understand the work of plugins. So, but you have things that will make your content to be able to be optimized enough for Google to bring it up. So that is the number two. The number three is Wix. I've not used Wix before. I tried using it some many years ago, but since then I've not used it. You could try it. Or if you've tried it before, drop your comments below this video. There's another one called Medium. This one already has a built-in audience. I have not tried it. As I said, these are the list, the ones I've tried before: WordPress.com, Blogger. Wix, I tried it a little bit, but I think it must have changed now. So you could go ahead and check that out and see what happens. If with free ones, let me show you what happens when you use free. There's no ownership. The platform can suspend or even delete your content anytime. And then you have URLs. URLs are those things you see when you put something in Google, you see something at the top. Like this is a URL now, this thing on top of here. You have URLs that you have your name and then dot, the name of what you're using. It doesn't look nice. Like let's say my name is Enorita, I have a URL like enorita.wordpress.com. No, no, no. I want something like enorita.com. That is so professional. But if you're using free ones, you will always have the name of that thing you're using attached to the name that you choose to name your blog. So bear that in mind. And then there's limited monetization. I mean, the sole reason you're working so hard is that at the end of the day, you'll be able to help somebody and then you'll be able to get rewards from it. But a lot of these free ones, they ban affiliate links, they ban ads. So how do you make your money? You know? But they use ads on your content, but the money goes to them. I'm telling you things that a lot of people will not tell you. The money goes to them. And then weak SEO and branding. There are limited tools for you to rank in Google, which I've said before. And you need to rank. If people are not reading your content, how would they see what you want to sell? How would they know that you can solve a problem? So people need to read your content, you know. And then when you want to move it, I remember when I wanted to move my Blogger blog when I started using WordPress.org. Remember, I will say it again, WordPress.org is different from WordPress.com. This video is not for that. Just bear that in mind. So there's painful migration. So these are the reasons. And I'm telling you from experience, I have used these free things before. If you really want to be succeed digital business, selling digital products, go for a paid one from day one. That is my advice to you. And these are the paid ones. Hostinger for me is number one. I've used Bluehost. I've used SiteGround. SiteGround is much too expensive. It's good, but it's very expensive. Until I discovered Hostinger, and I've been using Hostinger for close to 2 years. Believe me, it's amazing. And I'm not saying it so that you can use it. I'm saying it because that is what I have used and it has not given me problems. If it has given me problems, I will tell you here and now, don't go for it. SiteGround is good if you have the money because it's expensive. I was paying 358 euro a year hosting my five websites. It's expensive, you know. So that is it. Hostinger, if you're in Nigeria, you can go for Woogo Host. If you don't want to go for Hostinger, there's something like that, or Web for Africa if you're in Nigeria. But even if you're in Nigeria, you can still go for Hostinger, which I'm going to show you now. For example, this is Hostinger. This is their price point. Let me bring this down. This is their AI. They call it Cody. And this is amazing. This can write content for you. This can create your website for you. This can create an e-commerce store for you with a prompt. With a prompt. If you stick to my channel, as I said, and you've subscribed, I am going to do videos and take my time and show you how you can get this done. Especially if you're serious and you want to start your digital business online using content to sell your digital products. Okay, this is what their price is like. Like this is that is US dollars in a month. I'm going to show you something about this that people don't show you. But if you're in Nigeria, as I said, I wanted to show you, but first let me show you this, then I'll come and show you how to change it. If you come up here, this is where you can change it to whatever country, and you'll see the cost, to be able to host it. So that is it for €2.99. If you want to choose this plan, just know that this plan you can create up to 3 websites. And for me, if you're an individual entrepreneur, a digital entrepreneur, 3 websites is enough for you. But me, I chose this plan because I have a lot of websites. I'm going to show you my own account. So if you say you're choosing this plan, I want to show you something so that we are very clear, so that you know. You will not say, hey, they said it was 299. Why am I paying this? Look here, 299. Come down here to this small place, you know, to this small place. And look here, it is 48 months. That means you pay 299 a month if you're paying for 4 years. That is what I did because it's cheaper. If you're paying for 4 years. So if you don't, no, I don't want to pay for 4 years. If you come here, you can pay for a month, 12 months, 24 months. But notice something. Let's say you want to pay for 2 years, 24 months. If you click 24 months, you see it has changed to 349. So the less period you pay for, the more the cost a month. So it's left for you now. So if you're choosing 2 years, you're going to be paying 99.67. That is almost $100. But you know that for 2 years, you write your content. You're not bothered about paying for hosting and all that. You just write your content. you know. And then you get a free domain. That means you can name your business, name your blog by your name.com free for 1 year. But after 1 year, you start paying for it. It's not so expensive, between $10 to $12 a year, or $12 to $14 a year for that name. When I'm doing a video on all this, how to get a name, how to host, you will see what I mean, so that you see the total cost of what is going to cost you to start your content and to host your content. So that is it for it. I needed you to see that. So let's see if I can go back so that you see, if you're in Nigeria, you can also use Hostinger. So if you come here now and click on it, it will show you the different countries that you are. So wherever you are here, you can click and use it. So if you're in Nigeria, let's see, if you go down here, where is it? Let's see. That's Nigeria. If you click Nigeria, so if you come down here, you see now that the cost has changed to Nigerian naira. So you see, but the difference now with the Nigerian 1,000 naira is that you can only do one website. It's only this one of 2,900 a month. You can do 3 websites. So that is it. That's just the difference. So you can do it anyone you want. You can do, you'll be able to pay. In Nigeria, you have MasterCards, even with most of these banks, UB and everything, use your MasterCard to pay. So anywhere you live, you can use Hostinger if you want. I'm talking about it because that is what I use. As I said, I'm going to show you my own account. Let's see. Let me see. I'll show you my account. This is my account. This is my Hostinger account. And if I go to websites, so you see that I'm not, these are all the websites I am hosting. I've been, all the websites. If you see I'm doing a business plan. My plan expires 2028, 28th of February. So I still have 2 years. As I said, I paid for 4 years. I've been using this for 2 years. And it has not given me problem one day. My site has not been down. Nothing. All these sites that I'm using, these are all the sites I'm using. 5 of it is my personal one. So I'm not talking based on just because I want you to click the link below and use Hostinger. I'm talking because I have used 3 and I have ended up with this, and this is what for me is the best, because AI does a lot of things for you, and which you're going to notice subsequently as we go on. Before I show you 5 ways you can monetize your blog, I needed to show you something about this free, starting with a free site. So you bear in mind in case you still say, no, me, I don't want to pay. I want to start free. Okay, let me show you something. Like WordPress.com. This is WordPress.com. As I said, Hostinger and all those hosting platforms, you use it for WordPress.org, O-R-G, not WordPress.com. I'll do a single video to show you the differences between the two, but this video is not for that. I just want to show you this is a free one. You can start free with WordPress.com hosting your content. You just like Blogger, start free hosting your content. You have all these things that you can use today to be able to, use WordPress.com. They have very beautiful templates. But let's see the plans. Now, just for a basic website, you start with $5 a month. Just for a basic website. Now, there's something I need to see. If you want to look at their frequently asked questions, let's go down. Questions that people ask before they use WordPress. Where do you have that thing now? Frequently asked questions. Where did I see it? Oh, I don't know. I saw it somewhere, but don't know where I saw that thing. But one of the questions people ask, can you start it free? They said, yes, you can start it free. But if you want to sell, you cannot sell. If you want to do affiliate marketing links, put there, you cannot put it. If you want to do display advertising, you cannot do that, except you are on a plan. And the cheapest plan, as you've seen there, $5 a month. Just wanted to let you know. So that's it. That's a free one. The one that I know is completely free is Blogger. But with Blogger, you're so limited. You can't do much, really. It's like just putting drops of water in an ocean. That's my view with Blogger because I used it for many years. Good. That's just what I wanted to show you. Now, let's talk about 5 ways you can monetize your blog. Number one, you can sell your products. It could be digital products, it could be courses, it could be ebooks, it could be physical products, it could be cakes, it could be fashion items on your e-commerce store. You can sell it directly through your post, through your content. That's number one way. I do that. I'm going to show you my own website, how I do that. You can do affiliate marketing. Now, if you are new to that word, if you don't know what affiliate marketing is, affiliate marketing is you check for a product online, maybe in things like Amazon or other shops in Nigeria, or even seller. For in Nigeria, there's something like seller. You check for somebody's product, maybe that is related to what you're writing about. For instance, if you want to write about cake making, you look for products, cake making tools that you can sell through this your content. You collect the link to that product, or first of all, you register on that website, collect the link and put the link in your content so that when people read your content and happen to click on that link, it takes them to the sell page of that product. And when somebody buys, the owner of that product gives you a percentage. So you earn commissions selling other people's product. That is affiliate marketing. And you can do that using your content. You can also earn through what is called display advertising. That happens when you register for what is called Google AdSense or Mediavine. Mediavine, you can register when you've gotten a lot of traffic to your blog, to your content. So the very first one that you might be able to register for is Google AdSense, but there are conditions for it. That is for another video altogether. And then there's what is called sponsored content. That is a brand will come across your blog or website. That is why it's good to have a professional blog from day one, because no brand will want to work with you if you're using Blogger blog. I'm telling you the truth. So you start with something professional from day one so that all your work will not be in vain. You know. So sponsored content means that a brand sees your website and they call you and they tell you, okay, we would like to do a content on one of our products on your site. How much will you charge us? But this is the one that you really make money from. Sponsored content. You make a lot of money from it through content. Then you have you sell your services. Let's say you want to start something on a consultancy on something, you're a medical doctor, you want to start doing online consultancy on a particular area of medicine. You can sell your services. You have a blog where you talk about the things that you do. Maybe you're a gynecologist, you talk about things that has to do maybe with UTI in women, UTI in women of certain ages, UTI in adults, UTI after postmenopause. A lot of things you can just concentrate on in your area of expertise, and then you can sell your services. Maybe people want to consult you privately. You have a consulting site where people can register, then people can book appointments, particular time, and so on and so forth. And then you can have your one-to-one with them once they are booked and paid for their consultancy. So that is what content can do. You can sell your services through content. Now, I want to show you how I sell my products on my own one of my websites, and how I do use display advertising on one of my websites. So let me quickly show you that. So let's talk about lead magnet and email marketing tools. So that once I get to my website, I'll show you all this at once. I think it's better like that. So what exactly are lead magnets? If it is something you're just hearing about, a lead magnet is a kind of free, valuable piece of content. It could be a checklist, it could be a cheat sheet, it could be a mini course, it could be a PDF download, just something that can solve a small problem for your audience that you can give to them free in exchange for their email. So that is a lead magnet. Because you find out that most visitors might not even return to your content after they have read it once. So email lets you reach them. So that if you come up with a content that you feel they will be interested in, you can send it directly to their mailbox. And that's because they are signed up for your newsletter, signed up for your through your lead magnet. And this list is your own. You don't share it with anybody, you know. And these are the people later that will be most interested in buying your products, because if they are interested to exchange their emails with you, then they are interested in what you're talking about. There are a few email tools out there. MailChimp is very popular. I used it for some time. MailerLite is also popular. It has a generous free tier and wonderful, amazing landing pages. Very beautiful pages. Bravio is also good. Yeah, it used to be called something that has to do with S. There's a name it used to be called. It wasn't called Bravo. I used it before they changed their name to this. But this is what I'm using now. I use ConvertKit now. And I'll show you my account in ConvertKit. I'll show you all my lead magnets I have for my, blogs and all that. ConvertKit is amazing, especially if you want to really, really do a business. ConvertKit is amazing. And till now, I've been using it for 2 years. I'm still using the free one. I've not paid anything. So it's not something for you to be afraid of. To say, I have to come and pay for this one again. You can start it free, especially if you're beginning. By the time you reach the stage you want to pay, you would have made quite a lot of money. So that is ConvertKit. In my channel, I talk about what I use and why I use it and the advantages it has given to me. It's left for you to decide whether you want to use it or not. I don't like talking about something I've not used in depth. That is me. So I tell you what I'm using, I show you how I'm using it. If you want to use it, then you use it. That's it. So that's it for email marketing and that. So let me quickly show you my website. I want to show you how I'm monetizing it with my products and how I'm monetizing it with display advertising and how I use lead magnet on my content to be able to get email. And I'm going to show you my ConvertKit account, showing you all my lead magnets that I've prepared and the amount of emails that I've gotten so far. So let's get going. If you've watched this far, thank you so much. Please remember to hit that subscription button and to also hit the notification bell so that when I upload such educative videos, you'll be the first one to be informed of it. This is one of my blogs. This is my CAD pattern drafting blog. I have a lot of content in this blog, quite a lot. So let's say now somebody lands on this blog. Somebody lands on this blog and, okay, this is the blog. This is the topic of the blog, how to make money with CAD pattern drafting skills. I don't know why my internet is so slow. It's supposed to start showing the pictures now. Okay, first let me show you what display advertising is. See this advert here on top? This is a display advert. That's because I'm registered with Google AdSense. So you see such adverts. You can regulate the amount of adverts on your site, but that is not the topic for today. Just to let you know what display adverts are. That's a display advert. This one at the bottom here is display advert. You can remove it by clicking this arrow to go down. So those are display adverts. Those are ways you can make money with your content and your blog. And then if you look at the blog itself, this is the beginning of the blog. The very next thing after the first paragraph is this here is my lead magnet that I'm giving away in exchange for somebody's email. This thing here, if somebody clicks it, it takes them to my convert kit account where they'll put in their email in exchange for that thing if they want it. Now, if you scroll down again, this is my digital patterns. If I click on it, it will take me straight to my shop, digital shop, where I'm selling my digital patterns. I don't know why this thing is slow. No, because, okay, where I'm selling my digital pattern, these are my digital patterns. So if somebody is interested in buying any of these patterns, they can now click and buy. So you see that with that one content, I am giving out a lead magnet. I am selling a digital product, digital downloadable PDF patterns that people can download, put it on the table, cut and sew this style. I'm selling it to that content. Let's go back to the content. I'll show you another thing. This is another display advert. It's a display video advert. If somebody clicks on this, depends on the amount of time it is clicked on, you earn through Google AdSense. Let me close that. Then if you scroll down again on my blog, you come to convert your pattern drafting skills to revenue. This is what I'm using to sell my course. This is my course that I'm selling. And I did this course just 2 months ago, and I've got 3 sales so far. So that is the power of content. I just needed to show you, see it. That is the power of content. And these are things I want to teach you how to do. Content marketing the proper way to you actually see revenue from the work that you are putting in. So quickly, let me show you the my email hosting platform is Kit. No, first I wanted to show you what happens when somebody, let me remove this. When somebody clicks on that email here, multi-size measurement table. So if somebody clicks on it, the person wants that multi-size measurement table. If somebody clicks, it takes them here. And this I created with ConvertKit. See how beautiful it looks, very professional. So the person will give you their name here, their email address here, and then click on subscribe. That's it. So the person has given you an email address in exchange for this particular product that I created, a measurement sheet for multi-size table, which is very important for somebody that wants to learn CAD pattern drafting. Now let me take you to my account. This is my ConvertKit account. Incidentally, you can also sell digital products on ConvertKit o. If you don't want to open an e-commerce store, you can use ConvertKit just to create sales pages for your digital product, you know. This is just about, I think, 30 days, this last 30 days or so. And I have not sent any email sequence for the past 6 weeks. I have not had time. So you can imagine if I start sending the email sequence, what I'll be making if I'm regular in it. So this is what ConvertKit looks like. If you come here to growth, I want to show you all my lead magnets I've created. If you come here, so far I've been using ConvertKit for I think 1.5 years now. I've gotten 191 subscribers so far. You know, that's what I've gotten. These are all my lead magnets for my blogs that I've created, which I'm going to show you how to create subsequently in this content marketing series. So if that's something that interests you, remember to subscribe so that you'll be notified when I upload that video. Now, ConvertKit, let me show you something about it. I hope it will show that. If it doesn't show that, I have to open it and show you. Aha, this is the one I'm using now, zero. This one I'm using to build my audience. Zero. And you can have up to 10,000 subscribers. You can do one visual automation You can do one email sequence. You can do you can use it as just the user. You can use unlimited landing pages and forms, unlimited email broadcast, unlimited newsletter, or a lot of you can sell your digital products. So you see a lot you can do without paying. I've not been paying. I've been using it for almost, as I said, 1.5 years. I have not paid anything. And you can see I've already started making sales. That's my sales for the month. Just the month has not finished. So we find out that this is more professional and you can still use it, start it without paying. So before you get to paying this one a month, my dear, you would have made the money enough to pay it if you want to. So that's what I wanted to show you. All these links, I'll put it below this video in case you're interested. I'm not forcing you to. I'm showing you what I use and what works for me. And if you want to use it, go ahead and use it because you will need it. You need to treat your content like business and start from day one. So that's all I can tell you. All that is involved in content marketing. What do you do first? What exactly should you do first? The first thing you need to do is to find your audience. And when you find your audience, you find their pain points. And we are going to use these pain points. And we're going to use AI. And we're going to generate topic ideas that are going to answer those pain points. That's number two. Number three, you're going to register with an email marketing provider. I've given you some list that you can choose from. And I've given you the one that I use and the reason why I use it. So you need to pick one. And then you need to create your first lead magnet. And you need, of course, to set up your blog. You need a hosting plan. And then you need to learn how to publish your first content that will solve a pain point. And then you're going to learn how to drive organic traffic through sharing your content with social media, sharing it in groups that you think will be interested in it, and in communities too. And then you need to learn how to create email sequences to get more subscribers and to get your subscribers to get to know more about what you're writing. And then, of course, at the end, you need to stay consistent. Consistency is the key, believe me, in all this. So, in today's world of AI, creating content and doing all this is not as overwhelming as it used to be. And that is what this my channel is all about. If you've watched till the end, that is amazing. That means you're really, really serious on starting a digital business and selling your digital products through your content. So now, the very first thing you need to do is to carve out a niche for yourself. If you don't know how to do that, that is what I'm going to show you how to do in my next video. And when we carve out a niche for yourself, we are now going to create blog topics that will answer the questions of your specific audience. If that is what you want, stay tuned for my next video. And as I said before, don't forget to subscribe. Stay blessed till my next one.